everyone, I'm Grahtles, and we're back on our next episode of City Skylines in Madison City. And just kind of looking over, I think we're going to go ahead and buy 3 new areas. In the last episode, we ended at Big Town. We did get another area, and it did open up our high density and commercial and office. So before I do anything, I'm going to go right into our economy. I'm going to go ahead and turn up those taxes so I don't forget. I'm just going to check our budget. We did get an incinerator plant, so we will have to put that in for garbage so we can possibly lower it. What we'll do is, I'm sure I want to open these 3 squares. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I think what we'll do is we'll go into our incinerator plant. And that costs 30. And right now I don't want to take away any of our landfills because we're really low on garbage status. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put in another gravel road, maybe off to this side. And I'm just going to stick the incinerator plant over there. And I'm just going to turn on the game and see how that affects our status. Not very good. It seems like we have not a huge capacity still. I mean, we have a lot of capacity. What we don't have is a lot of workers for the garbage to get out, but we're gonna leave it there for now. We're also we did put in our oil power plant here. So I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna focus on maybe coming over to here and adding some high density. Our next milestone is at 9,000. And before I do anything, I'm going to go into my trees. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to erase the trees to help me kind of see what I'm doing better. Let me turn up the intensity. There we go. I'll erase all these trees for now. Because eventually I'm going to want to move this railroad track back a little bit and connect the 2 highways. So I'm just going to get rid of these trees. And we could add more later. Alright, so now I know I'm going to need some water down here. So I'm going to go ahead and check my water pipes and run them over here. And I think I'll stick to this pattern I have here. And I'll just run this down here and keep going. So now I just placed a little bit of terraforming just to kind of smooth the area out, and that did take up quite a bit of money, but it just makes it a little more smoother. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the roads in now. So I am going to go ahead and go into services. It just dawned on me I never clicked recycling, and I like to do that. It helps with garbage. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I will have to add a recycling center, and that may help with the garbage issue as well. So I do have a high demand for green. I will not be putting in the recycling center just yet. I still have to work on this. I do have 2 loans I can take, but I think I'm going to hold off on the loans as long as possible. I'm going to continue with laying out this high density, and I'll be back. So now I am going to go ahead and go into my loans, which I haven't taken yet. And I'm going to take the 60,000 for now. And I'm just going to connect this highway we have here to here. So this way we can start bringing some people in. And then I can start building off of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. Okay, so now that I built this road coming straight down and into our high density, I'm gonna go ahead and start filling with the high density. I'm gonna definitely zone this out, and I think what I want to do is, I think I might put some IT buildings in here in the middle, just right in the center. But I don't want it all to be IT, because those are very large buildings. And on the edges over here, I don't want the large buildings. So I think what I'll do is I'll just come in here and I'll just erase a small amount here, and I'll put in another small little zone like this. And what I'll do is I will label that for my IT cluster. So now I'm going to go ahead and zone that the office space, but I'm going to be pretty selective about how I do it. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to go to about here, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I made that about 16. So I'm going to do 4, 8, 12, and 16. So that matches on both sides. I am going to need electric. I think for now I'll just pull it from the other side. So I'm just going to come across into here for now. And what I am going to do is on the rest of this, I'm just going to put some high density in, commercial on both sides. And I am going to leave the edges off on both. Anywhere near the roads, I'm going to leave the edges off. So now I'm going to go ahead and go down to here. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some high density residential. And just going to go ahead and run the electricity from here to here. Until that goes through. And then, of course, now it should probably go through soon, but let's go ahead and just come in here. There we go. So I think down here, I'm going to go ahead and put in a park. Right about here. Should I come down? Let me see. Can I fit the bigger one? No. Can I fit the playground? I could. So I might put it in the... it won't fit there. So I think I'll go ahead and put in just a regular park on this side. And I will do the same on this side. And that should add some value. And I think what we'll also do is we'll put in some schools. Maybe another elementary here. And let's go ahead and put in some more high density. There we go. There we go. And we should get some workers coming in soon. I'll go ahead and put a high school in. Let me do the high school on the end here. Doesn't quite cover everybody. So just put a high school in the middle there, because I want it to cover everybody. So now why I am getting this right here is because I don't have enough educated workers. Because it's a new area, all my high school students are over here, which I actually should go ahead and add a college for now until I go ahead and put in my college campus, because I am going to need some extra education going in. So now I may have to do away with this because I don't have enough educated workers. So I may honestly just rezone this differently. I really didn't think that through. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get rid of that. And we'll go ahead and put in some regular commercial buildings. And that's it. So we'll leave that alone. That will spread because my commercial will open up. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some more zoning. For residents. Excuse me. Stupid allergies. And I think we'll just go down here and we'll just do that. And I think what I'll do is I'll put some bike paths in here as well. So I'm just going to throw some in here. And over here as well. And be here. And here. So now I have to look at, I have schools and I have parks. What I don't have is a fire and police. So that is something we definitely have to address right away. I think I'll put a police station on one end, and I think on the other end I will put a fire station. Hold on. I want to move this. Yeah, I'm gonna move that to the middle. I want that right smack in the middle. And then I'll go back in and put in my fire department, which I'll put right in the middle here. And so now I have fire, I have police. I have schools and parks. The next thing I'm gonna want to do is medical. So I think what I'll do is, let's go down to here, and we will put a medical clinic in. So we have our high school right there. Oh. So we hit small city. That opens up our train station. So we'll be able to put in our trains. And we'll be able to use the tracks then also. We have some high-tech housing. So let's just go ahead and put our medical building in. I'm gonna get rid of this bike path and put it right on the end here. I'm also gonna just check, because I like to dezone any little small squares like this, so it doesn't build these small little things I really do not like. And I'm gonna go ahead and just square that. There we go. So I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. And we will have to add a crematorium. We'll add to this. And then once we're making a bit more money, we'll address this train track here and connect this highway to this highway.